Today's Chicago brick oven is the leader in American-made residential wood-fired ovens. But it really started many years ago when three neighbors got together and decided to buy wood-burning ovens for ourselves. At that time, it appeared the only viable option was to import ovens from overseas. So we built our own, using the traditional Neapolitan style as our inspiration. This design represents the pinnacle of the use and cultural impact of these great cooking instruments. The result is a marriage of old-world design coupled with modern-day technology, and it's made right here in the USA. Because when it comes to brick oven cooking, you should know exactly what the heart is made of. If you don't, you shouldn't buy it. Importing cheaper materials may cost less, but our goal isn't to produce the cheapest ovens. It's to deliver the highest value with the most beautiful ovens in the market. That begins with our signature flame roll. This rolling action is created by the combination of our proprietary design and flue system. And just notice that there's little to no smoke coming out the front of our oven. Whether you're building a new outdoor living space or adding to an existing one, our oven models make dynamic centerpieces for backyards or restaurant patios. But the advantages go far beyond stunning looks. Central to a wood-fired dish is the unique flavor created by the high sustained heat of an in-chamber fire. Our prefabricated oven designs can produce heats well over 1,000 degrees on the inside, yet is safe to the touch on the outside. This is impossible in barrel-shaped and high-dome ovens. And unlike most overseas manufacturers, we certify our ovens to UL and NSF4 standards. We do this to ensure safe outdoor and indoor installations for our homeowners and restaurants alike. It's a high-performance cooking appliance that's ideal for today's wood-fired lifestyle. Our domes are made with state-of-the-art refractory materials and reinforced with stainless steel fibers. While clay ovens are prone to cracking in harsh weather, we ensure long-term strength even in extreme climates. Aesthetics, performance, and durability make Chicago Brick Oven the choice of professionals like chefs Edward Lee and Tim Love. Check out what they have to say at chicagobrickoven.com. So if you have any questions, you have a question for me, you just hit that Ask Carm button under YCBO. And go check us out on the Hangout, because we got videos, photos, and recipes, and a lot more. I'll see you there. I salute.
And in just 3 days, we want to take the indoors out.
Which side is going to be the serving side? Which side is going to be the appliance side?
This is the appliance, and this is the service. I thought that they'd be able to sit back here on the back side of the bar, on that backsplash and the bar top. And then, we'll have like the big grill, the smaller grill, the wok, and then the side burner. And then the pizza oven will be right here facing that way. Okay. And
that's our big surprise here. The women are going to love that.
The pizza oven?
Oh my gosh, come on.
I'm going to love it. Are you kidding me?
And across the way, we'd like to add a separate campfire hangout with a fire pit made from boulders, stone tables, and stools.
But first, we'll be putting a custom pizza oven into our very special camp kitchen. From what materials is our pizza oven made? A. Refractories. B. Recyclables. Or C. Reinforced concrete. The answer when Indoors Out continues.
We asked, from what material is our custom pizza oven made? The answer is A.
We basically have high-temperature refractory materials that we've mixed with stainless steel fibers.
Refractory materials are ceramics that can withstand temperatures of almost 1,800 degrees, perfect for high heat cooking. And we're ready to install the pizza oven, but it's cumbersome.
You can do the forklift, or you can get 4 really heavy-duty guys and put a 2x4 in either end. But if you've got the forklift,
like by heavy duty, you mean like in the leg here, like right in here?
The butt of Gary.
Like a couple guys from the Green Bay Packers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow!
You know what? This is serious stuff. We're forking this pizza oven into place. Everything's set. So one mistake, we're in big trouble.
A little bit more.
Another 2 inches.
Oh,
Good.
Oh. Now go straight down.
Everybody's got their fingers out.
Straight down.
600 pounds.
Please
Nice,
don't hit
Wes,
screw.
nice.
Please don't hit screw. Woo! The screw just missed.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Really?
Just missed. Perfect.
You're good.
Down.
You're down.
You can slide out.
Are you serious?
No.
I'm gonna fight you, man. That's so messed up.
Oh, you're on the ground.
Seriously.
It was a joke. It wasn't funny.
But now, open your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm saying this is spectacular.
The stonework.
I had no idea.
This here is your pizza oven.
Yes.
You store your wood underneath here.
Look at that.
Oh, how cool.
The Williams house is a split level, and the main body of the house is actually fairly large, but it's subdivided into 4 main rooms and kind of an unusable foyer. I'm going to see what I can do for this family. So I'm really excited to show you guys what we have. Excited? Yeah. What about you? Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Here we go. What do you think?
Wow.
That's awesome.
I have never in my life seen anything like that. Never.
You said you wanted kind of command central.
Right.
What I envision is you being able to kind of come back and forth across this crescent, always seeing the action, but still being able to do what you do.
Sure.
Almost like you're the sun, and these are the planets that are kind of orbiting around the central function of Mom. I wanted to give you guys the feeling of warmth inside the kitchen. So I'm going to create a large masonry installation. There's going to be a pizza oven in there, and it's going to look like a real fireplace.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Pizza oven is the perfect focal point for this room, but it's also Beth's command center where she can work, cook, and watch her kids all at the same time.
Step like that? Look at this, just like a brick crown.
So awesome.
Pizza time.
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh.
Go on in.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. It's like warm and cool. This is gorgeous.
This was really the kind of the central anchor point of the entire room, where this feels more like a fireplace. You have warm materials. I think this is going to feel really comfortable for you guys.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
Incredible.
This isn't like our old house, is it? No, it's not indeed.
You've seen me cook pizza on the grill. Now I'd like to show you the most traditional way of all to cook pizza, in a wood-burning oven. This is a home-style wood-burning oven. It's lined with refractory stone, which both absorbs and reflects the heat. Takes about 2 hours to preheat. You light a hardwood fire. The preferred fuel in Italy is oak logs. Push them in back with tongs. When you're ready to grill the pizza, what you want to do is push the embers to the back of the oven and give a brush to the bottom. Now let me show you how to put the pizzas together. Start with a little extra virgin olive oil, then tomatoes sliced about 1/4 inch thick. Then sprinkle tomatoes with chopped garlic, coarse sea salt, and finely ground black pepper. Next, for our bacon, onion, and potato pizza, again, a little extra virgin olive oil in the pan, then thinly slivered bacon or pancetta, diced onions, and diced potato. Stir to mix well. Again, a little coarse sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. Now, place the frying pans in your wood-burning oven and roast until the vegetables are browned and sizzling. Cooking time will be about 5 to 8 minutes. Brush off any excess flour, then sprinkle your peel with cornmeal. This will help the pizza slide off. To assemble the pizza, first arrange the roasted tomatoes. Next, fontina cheese. Then torn leaves of fresh basil. A little bit more chopped garlic, coarse salt, and black pepper. Drizzle the top of the pizza with extra virgin olive oil and slide it into your wood-burning oven. So while the margarita pizza is cooking, let me show you how to make the bacon onion potato pizza. Take another ball of dough. Don't be too obsessed about making it perfectly circular. I like a free-form pizza. It's more rustic. And you just want to turn your pizza as needed. You want to keep the food moving. Spoon the bacon, onion, potato mixture on top of the crust. Then sprinkle the pizza with grated Romano cheese. And finally, a little chopped fresh parsley. And check this one out, our bacon, onion, potato pizza. So let's see how we did. Pizza margarita, bacon pizza, moment I've sure been waiting for. Wow. Bacon, onion, potato, cheese. It's just amazing. And the margarita, roasting the tomatoes, really gives them a rich, concentrated flavor. So there you have it. 2 pizzas hot from the wood-burning oven. It's Italian Fire on Primal Grill.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
There we go.
Pizza oven. This dome-shaped brick oven generates heat up to 1,000 degrees for that perfect wood-fired taste. Welcome to a new dimension of outdoor cooking from Chicago Brick Oven. It's a new pizza oven, plus trips to New York City and Italy. Go ahead and take a bite, because it's all yours if the price is right.
Welcome to Chicago Brick Oven. Today we're going to show you a number of dishes that you can prepare and cook in the Chicago Brick Oven. We're going to start with some high temperature cooking, which is typically the way you would start a day out. I'm going to start off with our French onion soup. Basically, all you need to do is find crocks similar to this that are able to sustain high temperatures above 700 degrees. All you need to do is fill the crocks with your favorite French onion soup recipe, and then cut up some bread baguettes and pop them right into the soup. And then over here we have shredded up 2 types of cheese, the Gruyere cheese as well as some Swiss. And we're going to put a little of each on top of all of the crocks here. Once you have it topped and ready to go, you're going to take it over to the oven. And I caution everybody that's going to put their hands inside an oven that you must have the proper gear, and we use some high temperature gloves, again rated to be good to work in 700 degree temperatures. As you can see, I wanted a little more smoke in this. I like the cheese to get smoky flavor. So I added a little more wet wood, which is typically what I would not do when cooking high temperature. But we are looking for some of that smoke to coat the cheese here. So all you do is place it carefully into this Chicago Brick Oven. And right now we have it about 600 to 700 degrees, and we're gonna let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Well, it looks like our soup's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. Let's take a look. Wow. Yep, you can see the cheese is charcoalized the way I like it, a little marble on top. It's got the smoky flavors, and we're ready to go. This looks delicious. Another favorite of the Windy City is the shrimp de Dijon dish, which we're going to prep in the Chicago Brick Oven. We're going to start with a cast iron skillet, which again you can get on the CBO web store. We're going to start with 1 stick of butter that we've pre-melted. Put it right in the pan. Next, we're going to add some garlic powder. You can add fresh garlic if you like, or just give a nice dusting of the garlic powder. Then we're going to add about 1/2 cup of sherry. We're going to add our shrimp in the mixture. I'm going to move it around a little in the juices. Then I'm going to take some unseasoned breadcrumbs. You can always add the Italian season if you prefer. Get a little parsley if you like in there. And then we're going to top it off with fresh parsley. I'm just going to put a little on now, and I always add a little fresh parsley at the end. We have our oven at about 650. We're going to put it right in the center of the oven, again using our high temp gloves, and we'll give it a turn in a couple minutes. When your shrimp turns nice and pink, you know it's done and ready to go. No need to overcook shrimp. Take it over here and let's bon appetit. The jalapeno poppers. So let me show you what you can do here. First off, you can buy the rack on the Chicago Brick Oven web store if you'd like to try this at home. Basically, you just cut the tops off of the jalapeno pepper, and with the coring instrument that comes with the rack, you just basically get inside, do a couple twists, and pull. As you can see, it does a nice coring job. Next, we've put together a mixture. This is our favorite kind of mix to put in the jalapeno poppers, and this is a combination of chorizo, Chihuahua cheese, and a little cilantro. And basically all you do is go ahead and stuff the mixture down into the jalapeno. And as you can see, we've already completed pretty much a full rack. I'm going to add the last one here. And let's take it over to the oven and see how it works. Once again, the oven is still about 600 to 700 degrees here. We're going to just put the poppers in, again, using our high temp gloves so we don't get burned. And we're going to let this sit there again about, just like the soup, for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, now you can see our peppers have been cooking for about the last 4 or 5 minutes. We actually did one turn about halfway through the cooking process, and now we are ready to go. We're going to show you a real fun favorite for the fall. This is our tailgate kind of tuna melt. So basically, all you do is take a par-baked pizza shell, cut them in the shape of a football. We've pre-made our tuna salad mix, and we're just going to generously put it on top of our pizza shell shaped like a football. Okay, once you get that down, then we've cut up some American cheese, and we just layer it across the football here, if you will. And then we have cut up some red bell pepper to help make the strings of a football. Put that one lengthwise. And then we add the smaller green bell peppers to make the strings of a football. About 700 plus degrees, and we're going to cook it directly in the hearth as we would our standard pizzas or calzones. Just give them a slide, put them right on the hearth, step away. As you can see, our tuna footballs are just about done here. We've been cooking them for about 2 minutes. We turned them once. The Chicago Brick Oven, once again, has done a magnificent job putting out a good product. With the holiday season rapidly approaching, I think it's time to take a look at baking a holiday turkey in a Chicago Brick Oven. I'm going to do a very simple recipe, but one that the family seems to enjoy. Basically, I've got my olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to squirt it in the cavity and rub it around inside the bird. Next, I've got fresh thyme and oregano, and I've got some sprouts that I've mixed together, and I'm going to line the cavity, get it in there, rub it in a little bit, and getting that seasoned up. Next, take my olive oil again. I'm going to give a nice coating on the outside of my bird all the way around. Rubbing it in. Can't have enough olive oil. As you can see, I would like to put it in a crock pan over here because it's going to be nice and moist and juicy and dripping, and I'd rather have it collect in here than on the floor of my oven. You want to put it on a turkey rack, something of that nature. Again, I would put some kind of a drip pan there to collect all the drippings. Once I have it thoroughly coated with olive oil, this is my own rub that we've put together. It's about 6 or 7 spices. You can buy, obviously, dry rubs already pre-made out of a number of different places. A lot of gourmet stores have it now, barbecue stores, butchers. And I'm going to give this a real good coating and rubbing it in as I go. This will help create a nice crisp skin on the outside, which we love with our turkey. I'm actually going to start baking this turkey at about 400 degrees. Won't be a lot of fire, and I'll probably let the heat go down a little in my oven as it goes. Right near the end, I'll kick the oven back up, make it a lot hotter, and then really kind of give it a good browning at the end of the bake cycle.
Hi, I'm Brendan Cooney. I'm one of the account managers with Chicago Brick Oven.
I'm Bob Harley, one of the account managers also for Chicago Brick Oven.
Right now we're going to finish off this pizza rack here.
And we're going to do the traditional pepperoni, sausage, and also
barbecue chicken.
Okay, now it's pizza's time. As you can see, we've racked up all of our pizzas we're going to prepare today. A quick and easy way to do it, and you can get one of these pizza racks on the CBO web store. Thought we'd try something a little creative here to start with before we get into the traditional pizzas. And we like to start off in the morning when we do an event with a breakfast pizza. So basically we got a pizza shell. We've added a little olive oil on the base. There's no red sauce. It's what you call a white pizza, pizza bianca. We put on our mix of provolone and mozzarella cheese, and we made our little divot holes here, if you will, where we're going to put the egg yolk. So I'm just going to dip down in, place one in each hole, and they come up actually quite easily with your hands, and put them in the holes, as I said. This will really wow the crowd. Then whatever yolk is left over, you can just pour on top, because that'll all solidify when you cook it. And then I'm going to add some peppers. Not only does it add really nice color to the pizza, but obviously when you saute green peppers, it's excellent tasting on a pizza. So we have that. Now we're going to add a breakfast meat, and you can use anything you like. Ham, your kielbasa. We have some bacon here that's pre-cooked, and I'm going to wait and hold off and add that bacon at the end so it doesn't burn. Now we're just going to crumble some bacon on top. It's really hot in there, so watch your hand. You should be using your gloves. As you can see, our breakfast pizza is all done. While you're making your pizza, you can break the yolk, making more of the hard-cooked egg, or for those who do like eggs over easy, you can leave the yolk as is. Now we're going to get real creative here, and just to prove that pizzas are not just for Italians, we're going to go Greek here a little bit, and we're going to go with the gyros pizza. So let's talk about that. On the scale of creativity, this is probably number one. We're going to put down a little olive oil base. Don't go too far out on the edges because it'll just start spilling over when you put it in the oven over there. All right, once we spread it out, let's pick up our fresh tomatoes. And it gets to look a little bit like a margherita pizza to start with. Fresh tomato. Next, we're going to add some raw onion. And we're going to add those around. Put that one in the middle there. Then we're going to get our lamb. So if you make a leg of lamb chops, and you got some leftover lamb, this is always a good way to use it up. So we spread the lamb around, and then instead of all the Italian cheeses, let's go feta. Feta is a very tasty cheese. Very popular in all the Greek salads, a lot of the Greek sandwiches. And our gyro pizza is ready for the Chicago brick oven. And our gyro pizza is sitting on the hearth. Again, the hearth is around 750 degrees, and we're going to let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, giving it 2 or 3 turns as we go. Now that your pizza is done, we're going to add some tzatziki sauce, also known as cucumber sauce. And you can put it any way you want. We like to do the little checkerboard here at Chicago Brick Oven, and your pizza is ready to go. One last item on the menu is our dessert calzones, which we prepped in Carm's kitchen last night. As you probably recall, we filled one calzone with the hazelnut spread by itself, and then another we added bananas to the hazelnut spread. So let's take them over and we'll put them in the oven, and when we get them cooked thoroughly, we'll pull them out and sprinkle them with powdered sugar. Now it's time to cut the calzones. Chicago Brick Oven pizza cutter. We're going to get some powdered sugar here on top. Thank you, Bob. And your dessert calzones are ready.